How is it going, guys? Slippery Jim here. Welcome back to Hardcore RLCraft. And since the last episode, I've actually updated the mod pack to version 2.8, which introduced a lot of changes to the mod pack, almost all of which are for the better. There's a lot of bug fixes, stuff like that. It did introduce a few new bugs, which I had to fix as well. Like, for instance, all of the waypoints got wiped, so there was a little fix that I had to do for that. But there's some pretty cool changes, and I'll explain the main ones as we go through. But one that I'll mention right now is, you might remember in the very last episode, I was trying to reforge this bow to get like a legendary quality on it, and I could only get like powerful as the best one I could get, which gives me 10% projectile damage. Well, with the update, it's actually brought in the ability to add legendary qualities to bows, which apparently wasn't a thing before, which is why I went through so many of those Eyes of Ender trying to upgrade this thing. So now we can have a chance to upgrade this to legendary, which is going to be pretty awesome. But before we do anything else today, what I want to do is I actually want to craft the Ank Charm. And this is something we've been working towards with collecting a lot of these different baubles here. So I've got everything I need in here. There's also a second one that I want to craft, which is this Stone of the Sea. And one of the changes they brought into the baubles is that this will basically allow you not only to have the faster speed underwater, which is what it already did, but it will actually allow you to drink dirty water without getting the thirst effect. So basically, if we wear this, we can get rid of these charcoal filters altogether. And hunger and thirst is more of a thing now in this new updated mod pack as well. Certain things will actually drain your hunger quite quickly. For instance, if you use the polarized stone here. Every time it deflects an arrow, it actually decreases your hunger, so decreases your fullness. So, yeah, that's something that's been tweaked as well. But anyway, I go through all the main changes a little bit later. But let's just get this thing crafted to begin with. So first of all, what we're going to need, let's maybe work on the dragon scale here. So what we need for this is we're going to grab a Bazoa. We're going to grab a Nether Star, and we're going to grab I don't actually have it in here. I was bound to forget some things, but we should have one in here, the Cracked Black Dragon Scale. And using these, I believe we can actually craft this into the Black Dragon Scale, which gives immunity to Wither. And then what we can do is we can actually combine this with the Bazoa in the forge to give us a mixed color dragon scale, which is one of the components of the Unk Charm. So what else will we need? We're actually going to have to grab this and the Shoka Heart, which is actually a bauble as well. I realized since the last episode, it's not actually a standard thing that drops. It's actually a bauble, which is why it had a fairly low chance of dropping. But anyway, basically, if we combine this Shulker Heart with the Ring of Overclocking, that should give us the Ring of Free Action, which allows you to move freely through cobwebs and grants immunity to slowness and levitation. Yeah, so that's another component we're going to need for the Ank Charm. We're also going to need, let's have a look here. We're going to need the Forbidden Fruit. We're going to need some vitamins. And is there anything else that we need? Let's just have a look here. The sunglasses and basically 4 gold nuggets. So the sunglasses are in here. And if we combine all of these together, we should get the Unk Charm, which is pretty cool. Apparently this is a thing from Terraria. Terraria, however you say that game as well. I've never played it before, but this is apparently pretty much lifted straight out of that, which is interesting. So we got a horrible quality. That's not really going to matter because we're actually going to turn this into the Unk Shield, which is going to give us additional benefits as well. But we're going to have to craft the shield part of this, or the, sorry, the, where is it? The Obsidian Shield first, and the Obsidian Shield is made out of a Cobalt Shield, which we have tons of, and an Obsidian Skull. So the Obsidian Skull looks like this. We need a basically fire resist potion of some sort, which means we're going to actually have to dabble in a little bit of brewing, which we haven't actually got around to doing so far in this playthrough, because we haven't needed to. I should have... thought I had some... might have put it in here. Nope. Where did I put it? There we go. We've got some nether wart there. I don't think we need all that much. So let's just plonk this down over here somewhere. And yeah, it's been a while since I've done a bit of brewing, but I believe we're going to need some water bottles to make the awkward potion first. So we're not going to need a ton of these. We actually only need 2. Then we put this in here. And we need fuel apparently, so yeah, let's grab a little bit of blaze powder out of there. Whack that in like so. And that should power the old Bunsen burner or whatever it is. And eventually we should get some awkward potion out of that, which should be pretty cool. While we're doing that, we might actually make the Stone of the Sea. So this is fairly simple. You just need 4 raw fish, a prismarine crystal, and 4 glowing ingots. So I'll grab those and some of these and basically put this together. So that'll give us the Stone of the Sea with a lucky quality. Alright, so we've got 2 awkward potion in here. Now what we want to do is we actually want to turn that into a potion of fire resist. So we chuck in some magma cream. That should do the job there. Now, I don't know if we can reforge this Stone of the Sea. I'm not sure what material you would use. I guess we could try fish. I don't know if this is going to work, but you never know. No, fish is not what you use, unfortunately. So maybe it's going to be spectral silt. Just chuck those in there. Or it could even be like prismarine shards or crystals or something like that. I don't really know. Let's just see. So it's not those. It's not those. And it's not those. So that's so annoying. I might have to look. Unless it's probably, it could be the ingots as well. We could try those. Let's just see if this is going to work here. Oh, there we go. Healthy. 2 max health. That's actually pretty good. We might go with that for now, but eventually we'll probably upgrade that a little bit further. Stuff like that. But if we wear this now, we can get rid of the bazaar. We're not going to be needing that anymore and put that in there. Or in there, maybe. Brisk Stone of the Sea. And that should show as a necklace as well. A little bit. Yeah. very stunning bling that I've got going. So now if we, well, I'll have to wait until I'm thirsty, but we'll try drinking some dirty water and see what happens. Anyway, we now should have our potions of fire resistance. And we should be able to grab this, grab that. I think it was, what else did we need for this? Obsidian skull. Skeleton, 2 of those. So yeah, you can use any kind of skull for this, but I only have a wither skeleton skulls or a dragon skull, I guess. I don't know if the dragon skull will work, but we'll just I've got quite a few with the skeleton skulls, so it's all good. So that gives us the obsidian skull, and then if we combine this in here like so, the forge, that should give us the obsidian shield. so involved making the Unk Shield. So basically now we've got this. We just combine this with the Unk Charm in the forge. And that should give us the Unk Shield. So yeah, cool. What quality do we get? Okay, it hasn't got any buffs or debuffs, which is interesting, but we might be able to reforge this eventually Let's have a look here. 47 XP. Yikes. That is actually pretty expensive. So yeah, I kind of want to save my XP right now, but shift for more info. Did that? Oh yeah, okay, we got the rash attack speed on that anyway. So at least it's got something going for it. And we can put this in one of our slots here. I'm not really sure which slot I want to put it in. We could use it as a shield even. But I don't really want it to lose durability. So what should we get rid of? Oh, the broken heart. Lethal damage destroys empty heart containers. See, that could save my life, but then again, this negates fall damage, which is really good. I did get by without this for a long time though, so you know what? Let's just go with that. I can still jump fairly high because of the quality that I've got on my legs here. It gives me plus 0.5 jump height. And I don't know if we have any jump type buffs on any of this. Probably not. So yeah, I was able to jump like 2 or 3 blocks, which was pretty awesome actually. But oh well. That's sometimes you got to sacrifice, right? Because one of the other updates that I noticed they sneaked in without telling anyone in this update is also that there's no extra slot. There used to be an extra tool belt slot, so I could have put the tool belt here into that and then had an extra slot right here, but they removed that altogether. Sneaky devils. So yeah, that's that leaves us with one less slot there for items. So I mean, I could put this in here like this, but then I can't use the weapon swap ability, which makes it pretty useless, apart from saving a little bit of space. But yeah, anyway, so now we have our Unk Charm. Well, what does the Unk Charm actually, or the Unk Shield, actually the upgraded version? This is probably the best bauble in the entire game, followed very closely by the Dragon's Eye, but this thing is actually even better now. So what this does is it gives complete immunity to blindness, hunger, nausea, weakness, mining fatigue, slowness, levitation, poison, wither, fire, knockback, and the weak limb effect caused by wounds as well. So it's actually pretty incredible. Particularly stuff like levitation resistance is going to be awesome for going back to the end and farming some of those end cities and stuff like that, and just those little rat things and stuff like that. Oh, it's going to be so good, guys. But they also changed up some of the things that the Dragon's Eye can do as well. This now gives complete immunity to hypothermia, heat stroke, you could call it. So we don't have to worry about heat stroke while we're wearing this. The counterpart to this is the Ender Queen's crown, which now gives immunity to hypothermia, so you don't freeze to death. But they've added a couple of debuffs as well to these things too. They've reduced the range of the treasure seeking ability with the Dragon's Eye now, but they also added in some extra things that it can detect, like silver, sapphire, umbrium, scarlet, etc. So it's actually pretty cool as far as that goes. There's a new bauble as well, the Shield of Honor, I think it's called. Shield of Honor, this thing right here. And I can't remember what this thing does, to be honest. I remember looking at what it does and thinking, yeah, probably not even going to bother with that. But this is a new bauble that they added in anyway. Oh, it grants resistance. So it's like a resistance type thing. But I mean, we've got our ring of resistance anyway. So it doesn't matter. And they also re-enabled a couple of other baubles. What they re-enabled were the stones of inertia, I think they're called. There's 2 different ones. And they basically completely give you complete immunity to fall damage, which is pretty cool. Oh, look how fast we go through water now. Pretty crazy, actually. Yeah, but those can only get dropped from what they call, what they described as ultra infernal mobs. Whatever they are. I guess they're like bosses maybe in the nether. I'm not 100% sure on that, but you can't actually just craft those. There's no recipe for them. But while I'm talking about the other changes, we might actually cruise down because I want to show you guys something that I did in between episodes. Let's have a look here. Oh, the other thing I should mention just before we leave is this thing here, the Elytra. So obviously a lot of you guys that are up to date with Minecraft will know that basically the stuff that I researched, which is that this doesn't give creative flight. What it does is you wear it instead of a chest piece, but in this mod pack you need, I think it's agility 24 to be able to actually equip it, which is, I'm quite a way away from that actually. But I mean, I could probably sink all my XP into that and unlock it, but we'll wait on that, I think. But basically what this does is it basically allows you to glide. So if you jump while you're in the air, you can glide with these things and cruise around, but eventually you'll come down to earth. You can't just fly around like you're in creative mode. Sadly, which would have been pretty cool, but maybe a little bit OP. But one of the other things that they changed is the a bauble called the ring, the fairy ring. I have the dwarf ring, but the fairy ring is similar to this one, and what that does is it does give you creative flight, but you lose health, which is fair enough, I guess. So you get that risk of less health. Anyway, let's call in the Morok. How are you, buddy? So, I'm going to take you guys down and show you what I did in between episodes down southeast here. One other thing that they did is, and they didn't really mention this in the patch notes, but they actually nerfed the boost. So you can see it doesn't boost nearly as far now on the Morok. It only goes like a short distance, and there's like a cooldown on it that you can see, which is like the XP bar. So I can boost like 4 times or something, 4 or 5 times. And then I gotta wait, and it doesn't take you as far or as quick, which is fair enough, I guess. There's an ice dragon over there. Interesting. Let's put on the night vision, shall we? So I'll just talk about, while we're flying down here, I'll just talk about some of the other changes that they brought in. Some of the big ones. Basically, they tried to make the mod pack even tougher. So the dragon health was increased by like 25%. From 600 to 800 max health, which is pretty significant. The dragon damage, melee like bite damage increased from 20 to 30. So that's a fairly big increase. Sea serpent health was increased as well to the max around about the 300 mark. And also they introduced more powerful subspecies of Lycanites mobs, so they can vary in height and do quite a lot more damage, much more dangerous now. The battle burrito, which I only tried out in the last episode for the first time. That has been majorly nerfed down from 10 minutes to a 2-minute duration. So it might even be that Ambrosia is going to be better than that in some ways. Subject math and subject science enchantments are disabled, which is unfortunate because I was saving those up and getting ready to apply those to a new sword. They also made it so certain powerful endgame armors like Golem Armor can now have liners, which is really good. So you can have your heat and cold resistance on those. With the battle towers, they've changed the loot so there's less diamonds because that was a bit OP before. They rebalanced it due to the fact that there's a chance for double loot sometimes, so they basically reduced the loot. They also made it so you can't pick up any entity over 4 blocks high with a rock or mount with a similar ability. So sadly we can't cheese the towers like we used to, but I mean, I'm at the point now where I can just kill the golem pretty easily. They also added 5 new custom RLCraft structures, which is pretty cool. yeah, we're having a few of them are underground actually, so we'll have to keep an eye out for those. They fixed a lot of structures that weren't spawning before as well, so we should see some new structures in some of the unexplored areas. They re-enabled some items like nunchucks, for example. Render distance is much, like you can see that dragon way over there, right? Before, you wouldn't even see that dragon there. They increased it up to 128 blocks. The render distance for things like sea serpents, dragons, the cyclops for some reason, even though they never leave their little dome things. The tower golem, you can see them all further away now, which is pretty cool. They made it so the dragon's eye makes you immune to hypothermia, which I mentioned, and can search for extra ores. Another thing with the Ender Queen's crown is that it damages you while you're in water if you're wearing it, which is pretty appropriate considering it basically makes you the queen of the Endermen. So you get their weaknesses as well. Where am I going here? Not too far to go. What else did they do? They made it so the polarized stone drains hunger when it's deflecting arrows. They made barrels and crates are fixed, which is awesome. So they look a bit rubbish as far as their textures go, but they should now allow tooltips and sorting. So exactly the same as a chest, but they take take half the space essentially. So you might start using those. And also, they made it so that the snow can now, if I understand it correctly, it can pile up in drifts and there can be snow layers and stuff like that, which we can probably start seeing since it seems like it's just about winter time now. They also nerfed diamond and iron arrows, ironically, after I crafted the diamond ones for the first time in the last episode. Not that I found them to give a great deal more damage anyway. So they do -1 damage to what they used to do before. So the diamond arrows were +4 and now they're +3 damage. Also, they finally fixed the bug with the certain Lycanite's equipment axes. So this is something that I personally raised with Shivaxi when I tried to craft that axe out of the Remobra wing and it didn't actually chop wood. So he actually said he was going to fix that in the update, and he has done that. I've actually tested that and it works like an axe now, so we can start using that as an axe. So yeah, the final thing that I thought was interesting is the large village library can now spawn custom enchants, which is something it didn't do before apparently. And so we have a chance of finding some really cool enchants out of the large village library. So pretty cool as far as that goes. So they're the main things that I cherry picked out of the patch notes. And but to show you guys what I did between episodes, guys, I've actually been considering moving base. I know we're kind of late into the pack now, but I've really started to run out of space for some of the projects that I want to do and the things that I want to build and like craft and stuff like that. So what I actually did is I came through here and I actually quarried out the inside of at least this top level of the of this temple. So now there's this big area in here. Basically, if we go one block out that way now, it's the outside of the building. But there's quite a bit of space underneath here actually as well if I wanted to go down a level. And there's also a staircase right here, which it was only like very partially built. So I just like extended the staircase so it goes all the way up, and I opened up the top part here. So now you can come up here and have a look around and stuff like that. And now it should be safe from dragons because we killed those 2 dragons that were super close by. And yeah, there's a couple of blocks of emerald here, but there wasn't actually anything inside here. There was, I'll show you what there was in here. There was basically, if we come over here, as you come through these entrances, like there's these 2 entrances here from outside here, as you come through here, like this is all stone. You have to like pick your way through, and then there was a couple of cobwebs and things like that. And then there was this here, two blocks of glowstone with the chest. And there was exactly the same on the other side. And it just had sort of not great loot in it, basically. And everything else was solid stone that I had to quarry out. But the other thing that I did is I tunneled this down. You can see how far down. This is all solid stone blocks all the way down here. And then I made a little entrance here, similar to the shape of the one up on the top side. And I'm going to have an area underneath there, I think. Because what I want to do is, let's see. I also made a little area up here. Some of this I'll probably change up, but is this it here? Where I can't even see it. It's too well disguised. Yeah, right here. There's a little, I made a little like area here where you can come out on the balcony out here or on the ramparts or whatever you want to call this. And like have a look down over the reflecting pool and the big braziers and the towers and everything like that. So what I'm going to do is where this goes down there, I'm going to have like an area, like a tunnel going along here and coming out underneath the reflecting pool here. And I'm thinking of trying to build a farm area underneath the pool, or at least part of it, even if it's just like 2 long strips or something. I'm not 100% sure yet how I'm going to do it, but I want to have underneath the pool, I want to have an area with greenhouse glass and then crops underneath that so they grow all year round. And then maybe just some other areas where I can put stuff. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to put down there right now, but we'll work it out. And I'll probably put some better pathing around the sides here as well. Maybe just widen these paths or have one going down the middle or something like that. Yeah, we'll work it out. But yeah, there's actually a fair bit of space in here and definitely some room to enlarge some of these areas and stuff like that. So I was thinking of like having like the crafting area right here somewhere and having like chests going up here, both sides of that. And then some space here for chests going all the way up, or at least as far up as I can reach them anyway. And then we can have like displays around the side here, maybe of, I don't know, armor or something like that. Maybe I could put armor around the outside of this, or we could put some dragon skulls up and stuff like that. I think it's pretty cool. So I think this is going to give me a bit more space. Like we could have an enchanting area here or something like that, maybe. I'm not sure what I'm going to do over here on this side. But yeah, I think it's pretty good. I like it a lot. As soon as I saw this temple, I thought, yep, that looks like a cool place for a base. But anyway, let's have a look here. I might even have, not sure where I want to put this, but we could even put a waystone here somewhere. Where could I put the waystone? I can move this anytime I want anyway. We'll just put it there for now. And we'll call this Temple Base. So now we can pretty much just go back home. It is going to cost us one level every time we go between these two locations. Oh yeah, look at this. The snow's piling up now. That's interesting. That's pretty cool. It's going to look even more like the depths of winter. Hopefully we won't have to start shoveling our way out of our base or anything like that. Oh, look at that, guys. We no longer need a charcoal filter. That is so awesome. Okay, so a few other things that I wanted to make in this episode as well, since we came back from the end with some of these Shoka Shells. I've never made these before, but yeah. I'm very certain from my research that these are a vanilla Minecraft thing. And we should just be able to do like, let's get a few regular chests. And it's pretty simple recipe. I believe it's just like this. And then that gives you, hopefully there's nothing else we need these for. Let's just have a quick look. Shoka Tears of Retribution. So this is the only other thing we can make with them. Well, I guess we'll save a couple. We'll save a couple. And we'll make 10 of these Shoka boxes. So these look pretty awesome. Basically, check that in there. Oh, oops. So basically, what these do is they let you put like items in them, because basically exactly like a chest. Then you can pick them up. And they will retain their inventory, which is pretty awesome. And I think you can also label these and stuff like that. I'm not sure exactly how you label them, but maybe in a forge, I guess. Yeah, it looks like you can just label them in a forge, maybe. That's one thing that I didn't check exhaustively, but you can also dye them and stuff like that, so you can differentiate them with the colors and stuff. So I guess we could dye a few of these, some different colors. I should be able to make a bunch of dyes if we get some of this. I don't know if the poppies will work, but that'll give us yellow, that'll give us red. And then if we do this, get a red one, get a yellow one. So there's a whole bunch of different colors. Probably ink sacs would work as well. For black, I guess. Black. And for white, we probably go with some of this. Maybe. Yep. We've also got, let's have a look here. Should have some cactuses. How do we get cactus green? Cactus green. Oh, we gotta smelt it. Chuck some of that in there. We also have, I did a bit of farming a while back for this cyan coral, because you can use this to make, this is probably the easiest way to make greenhouse glass. But it actually didn't need to make any greenhouse glass yet, but I think if we do this, yeah. And cactus green. So getting a whole variety of colors here. I don't know how you make some of these. Pink is okay. We can mix some colors together. That's pretty cool. And then what else do we got here? Gray, pink, lime, dandelion, yellow, light blue, orange is yellow and red. Did I have some more red? Cool, and we keep the purple one. So now we've got pretty much all these different colored Shoka boxes. It's pretty awesome. So this is going to help us moving all the gear across to the new base. Because each one of these holds like a chest worth, pretty much a chest worth of materials as far as I can tell. So that's pretty cool. I don't know if I'm going to need, let's see here. Should I hang on to these dyes? I probably should, right? Let's just stick them in here for now. So I'm running out of space pretty desperately. You can enchant these elytras as well with stuff like unbreaking and mending, which is pretty awesome. Cool. All right. Well, I might actually take a few of these with me, but we'll put the rest of them in somewhere where I've got space. Let's just chuck like some of these in here. I guess I'll carry the rest with me. And I was thinking of making a new sword as well, but I haven't really organized my enchantments too well. So some of these I can't use anymore because they're pretty much broken. So, but Atomic Deconstructor is one that I can use. What else have we got here? Arc Slash is one I can use. Envenomed is one I can use. History, I think we can still use, so I might try that out. But some of these did cause a bit of lag if you use them, so you have to be a little bit careful which ones you select. Apparently Mortalitas causes freezing and stuff as well. I got mending unbreaking there. What else have we got? Subject history. I think 3 is the max for that anyway. Sweeping Edge 3. And I'd probably want to put a looting on that. But anyway, we might do that another time. Yeah, so we got some pretty cool baubles. We haven't really tried out the Stone in the Sea too much apart from the drinking function, but... yeah, with you. But let's try out the speed thing. So look how fast we can swim now underwater. This is pretty awesome. This is just regular swimming without being on the... because usually I swam at normal speed, except when I was on the bottom, and then my depth strider kicked in. But look how fast I go now. It's just crazy. I'm even faster than those super annoying frog creatures, whatever they are. Not frog creatures, you know, the ones I mean with the fins and stuff. And apparently this fast swimming also works in lava, which was one thing that slowed me down quite significantly before. So I'm interested to try this out. I should be able to just cruise through lava. And if I ever need to switch out and put it on the Ender Queen crown as well, we should have fire resistance from the Unk Shield. Although I don't think it gives you resistance to the lava for some reason, but it just gives you fire resistance, but not lava resistance, if that makes any sense. Yeah. All right. So now we really only need to carry the canteen around in case there's no water source for us to drink from. Oh, the other thing that I meant to show you guys, even though I sort of mentioned it already, is the Remobra axe. Look how fast I go through water. That's just crazy. The Remobra axe, which now works. So essentially I can carry that instead of the other axe that I've got. I don't think the other axe really had anything super special on it. It just had mending, unbreaking, efficiency. So I mean, this is a really good axe, but we can just put it in our tools for now. And we can grab this bad boy right here. And this can now chop wood. So it's fairly quick. Yeah, and does the job. So plus this thing makes a pretty awesome weapon too. So I just have to get hold of a level 3 Clink Scythe and Vespid Stinger to max it out completely. I don't think I have any level 3 of those, unfortunately, at the moment. But yeah, I thought we would try out, actually. I noticed that there is a fairly nearby Lycanide's dungeon just to the north of here. So I thought we might cruise over there and check that out. Just to see if we can get some more good enchantments while we're over there. One thing that I should mention as well, that's kind of one of the downsides of the update, is that they made it so you can't actually tame the Lycanized the Lycanite bosses anymore, which really sucks because oh, I left my god damn it. Let's just go back real quick and grab ourselves another ender chest. I want to test it out on some of the mini bosses, if you know what I mean. Because it might just be the big boss at the end. I'm not 100% sure, but I was a bit disappointed by that because I did want to get... Because we already got the Malevolent Observer, which was like one of the big bosses, tamed. And the Chaos Serpent was another like mini boss that we tamed. But I wanted to get one of those ape type bosses and stuff like that we didn't get to tame last time we did a Lycanite dungeon. Let's have a look here. Oh, there's a spare ender chest right there. I might bring some of this because, like I said, mobs do hit harder now. I'm curious as to whether they nerfed the ambrosia. Let's just try this out. So that gives us a 3-minute buff, strength, luck, absorption. The buffs aren't quite as good as the battle burrito though, but the battle burrito gives us strength 4, absorption 4, speed. It's a little bit hard to tell. Because I'm probably getting some buffs from my pixies over there. That's not going to override that anyway, is it? So yeah, it looks like ambrosia, and they're actually 3 minutes now. Oh no, that's the 3-minute buff. The other one is 2 minutes. But yeah, I don't know. I'll have to test that out, but I suspect that they're more on par now than they used to be. Let's just put it that way. Okay. Let's go. Let's do this. So I got my bow, got all my Lycanite's weapons. I should give these some names now, because I'm fairly set on the forms for most of these. Maybe this, I might change a couple of things around on it, this axe, but the sword I'm really happy with, and the particularly the pickaxe is pretty beast mode. Even as a weapon, it's pretty awesome. Alright, where are we? Over this way? Oh, there's a dragon skeleton right there. So yeah, oh, we got one of those Pong Kong. I think that was the giant pink ape, right? So we could try and tame it, but I think based on the patch notes that it's not going to work anymore, but I guess we could test that out and see what happens. Anyway, so let's get one of these out, and this, just in case we need that. And it's a beast, so beast treats. All right, let's do this. Get out of the way, you. Okay, let's go. I'll put my treasure seeker on treasure chests. Okay, we got some nasties in here. Just have to watch out for those sticky mobs. So this is pretty much going to be a speed run right now. I might actually take those recall potions because I want to test those out. And we're just going to be checking the chests. And so there's some nunchucks there. For basically I'm after enchants. If I find any baubles that I can break down, I'll take those as well. Because, get off me. Because, we will probably need spectral silt. Just break these. Break that, there we go. Yeah, everything hits harder now, pretty much. Especially the variants like the Scarlet Geckins and stuff like that. Looks like they're fighting each other over there. Get out of it, you. I love that knockback, so good. Okay, I just have to try and remember which areas I've explored because I'm not going to be bothering with torches or anything like that. Get rid of that. Oh crap. So as you can see, they actually made some size variances as well between some of the mobs. Like some of the rare ones are bigger now and stuff like that. Which there wasn't really too much of a difference before. Grab all that XP. Can't drink from this, unfortunately. But yeah, that's crazy, that speed boost. I've already checked this one, I think I have. That was a dead end, that's where we came in. Let's have a look over in this direction. Gotta kill these spawners before they spawn too many creatures at me. I don't actually mind the slightly tankier creatures because it allows my, there's a diamond, I guess we'll take that. Now they're slightly more rare. But, yeah, the more tanky creatures just allow my leech to work more effectively. But that's where we came in. So we've gone that way, that's a dead end. Let's have a look over here. That's a dead end. Gotta find the... Is this a boss room here? Kinda looks like a boss room, but that might have been just a spawner room. Okay, yeah, that guy there. That's Pong Kong right there. Let's see if we can get him in the bestiary. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Okay, now we have rank 2 of him, right? Let's see if we can use the beast treats on him. Can I tame you? No. Yeah, he doesn't want to be tamed by the looks of it. Get out of it, Drew. I'm trying to do something here. So sadly, we're going to have to kill this guy. Get off me. What's he dropped for us? Some poop scepters? Okay. Poop scepters. Interesting. I think we already have some of those. Get off me! God damn it. This is the trouble when you don't light a place up. You just get stuff spawning all the time. Can you get off me, please? Okay, we're gonna have to drink here. before things go dim and I black out from thirst. Let's have a look what's down below here. What the... That looks like a dragon's... That looks like a dragon's nest right there. An underground dragon's lair. It's like this shell of one. Look at this. See how there's emeralds? That's basically how you can tell. It's like a big giant... And this stuff here... This is charred cobblestone. I think this is an underground dragon's lair. Inside the actual... Inside the actual Lycanite's dungeon. So where's the dragon at? Have a look over here. Oh boy, probably tier 5, tier 4 dragon. Looks like a pretty big one. Should we go down and fight it? This is where I need a bucket of water, really. Let's just get this. Definitely can't tame this dragon, so we'll stick this stuff back in here. Actually, I might keep that out. Grab that, and let's see. Let's prepare here. I might even... Oh, you know what? I might even use the summoning staff. It's a good opportunity to use it. Alright, so for this... What should we use? Kobolds? Probably something flying. Those things? Oh god! This is so dicey. Let's summon these in. Day! I'm not sure what level this dragon is, but oh crap. Oh, this is where I should have taken a buff food. Oh no, don't you fly away! Oh crap. Oh crap. Go get him, boys! I probably should have summoned in a pet as well. Like the Chaos Serpent or something. Die! Wow, this thing is tough, dude. Oh, it's biting me right now. Oh, crap. Gotta keep that. Oh, we did it. We did it. Oh my god, so much fire right now. Tier 5 dragon, maybe? It looks like it could be a tier 5. Don't you blow up. Wish I brought some torches here actually, but yeah, there you go, guys. Underground Dragon's Lair inside a Lycanite's dungeon. Princess, by the way, is not the name of the dragon. It's the name of one of the other Lycanite's bosses. I think it's like the Wendigo or one of those. But let's see what we get off this. Okay. There's the spot right there. Make sure we pick everything up here. So, yeah. Tier 5. Tier 5 Bronze Dragon. We got over 100 scales. That's insane. 100 scales out of that. Wow, that's madness. Let's just have a look around, make sure we didn't miss anything, because I think if they're a female dragon, I believe they can drop eggs as well. But I don't think we picked any up there. So that would have been pretty cool. But man, that's insane though that we found that inside inside an actual Lycanite's dungeon. That's pretty crazy actually. Go away, you. Oh, whoops. I wish that the rarer mobs dropped had a higher chance of dropping the creature parts. That would sort of make it a little bit better, but they don't. So yeah, black shulker box. Oh yeah, we can put stuff in our shulker boxes. I forgot about that. So yeah, we can just stash like all of our dragon stuff in one of these. Which is pretty awesome. I don't know if you're supposed to use a pick on these or... Get out of it, you! So yeah, let's see if there's anything good in the chest. There usually isn't, but I guess you never know. Lushed stone. Some of these are parts from the actual Lycanite's dungeon. I don't think there's that many chests. Actually, there are a few dotted around the place. Yeah. This is a really good place to get sapphires as well. Or emeralds, I should say, in this case. You get sapphires from the ice dragon lairs. The fire dragons have the sapphires. So it must have been a male dragon. Either that, or it was female dragon that wasn't pregnant. Yeah. There's a few... Get out of it, you! There's a few more chests up around the edges, I suppose we should check. They still do kind of affect me with their ability a little bit. Get off it, you! So yeah, I guess even with the buffed health, we were still able to take down that tier 5 dragon reasonably comfortably. I mean, I do have the Unk Shield now, so that's something to keep in mind, I guess. It's a fairly OP Bauble. I don't think we're going to find anything. Oh, there's a... I could have used that earlier, actually. Let's chuck some stuff out here. I don't think I'm going to need those poop scepters. Where are you? I hate how you can't really see them when they're stuck on you like that. Yeah, I don't really envision myself using the poop scepters too much. There's another chest way up there, but it's probably just going to have the same sort of stuff in it. I don't think the chests are where you actually find the eggs. I think the dragon drops the eggs, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Crap. Are there spawners in this room? Grabbing all these ender pearls because I went through almost all my ender pearls trying to upgrade my bow. Crafting those eyes of ender. And I'm going to need to make some more to try it again. Oh, the other thing that I should mention as well from the changes is they actually made it so that you can't go past level 5 in Iron Skin. But I'm already at level 7, so it just means I can't progress past level 7 with the iron skin. Because it was a little bit OP. I guess once you had it to a certain level, yeah, pretty much didn't have to worry too much about most damage. That's the way, fight each other. Get that sweet damage buff while we're in water. Make sure they didn't drop any parts that I'm gonna want. Yeah, I still get moved around a little bit. I'm not sure if that's the fear debuff. I probably should be paying a bit more attention to the debuffs on the screen when that sort of thing happens, but I think we already came through here, didn't we? I'm supposed to be resetting those guys when they're about to explode, but it doesn't seem very effective. Let's check this room here. I was expecting to come across a boss pretty soon, but we haven't found any enchantments at all so far. There was that one Lycanite's dungeon where I found like 4 or 5 advanced mending books, but this one's just been rubbish. Did we go in this one? Must have done. That's where we came from for sure, because that's where the underground dragon lair is. Okay, there's some stairs there. This is a dead end. But really we want to find the stairs. Oh crap. Get out of here. I don't like that bubbly sort of... I don't know what that's doing to me, but I don't like it. Let's just check up here and see if there's any more chests and things that we missed. But actually I think this is where the ape was, right? So we've probably already seen all of this stuff that was up here. Maybe. There's another staircase going down over there. What's the deal with that? That's really weird. I'm gonna need some water. I can just drink straight out of that if I have an open hand. I think you need to be on the same, on like one block above it though. Can't be 2 blocks above it. I might be able to drink it. No. There we go. Yeah, that's super good, that Stone of the Sea. Like that. What we got in here? Torches. It was probably a bit optimistic coming in here and expecting to be able to loot it without... I guess they have all those shulker boxes, but... yeah, this is where we came in right here, I think. Oh no, this might be different actually. A little bit... Oh, here's the... Okay, here's the mini-boss, Princess. So many creepers. Bunch of diamonds there. There's also a malevolent observer somewhere. So it's pretty much exactly the same as the other Lycanite's dungeon that we did, I think. Which one was the one we put the stuff in? Purple one? This is why you need to name them, I guess. Let's stick some of this stuff in here. I don't think you can put the shulker boxes in there though. Don't want that. Yeah, these things are pretty cool, actually. Alright, let's have a look down here. Oh, here it is right here. So yeah, this part here was disconnected. We're gonna have to kill this thing pretty quick because I'm really thirsty right now. Die, malevolent observer. I should summon in my malevolent observer and kill him with that. Where are we? Mounts. Malevolent observer. Oh crap. Let's do it. Mono. I can't actually move. I'm stuck on something. Oh, there's some more diamonds down there as well. Oh crap! Die! Give me that leeching. Oh, I need to heal. This thing's actually pretty legit. Another level down here as well. I think that just goes to bedrock though. Okay, we gotta kill this thing. Die! It's causing a big mess. They actually got a lot of health. It was pretty OP that you could just tame these before, and that removed the threat altogether. Oh, I'm completely out of water right now. This is not good. Okay, you're dead. Give me your stuff. Should have dropped a... Let's have a look here. Should have dropped a... Arcane Laser Storm Scepter. Usually they'll drop... Oh, this is not good. Actually, I think we have... Where is my... Ender chest? I think we have a spare canteen of water in here. Just drink that. Helped a little bit. Okay, picking up all this junk here. But yeah, usually they'll drop a Shadow Soulstone, but maybe that's a random thing. I don't see one here. Yeah, but I think they went a little bit overboard with the hunger and thirst being obviously increased quite a lot. Yeah, I don't see any, there's a fair bit of destruction. We got some more diamonds over here. But yeah, that was the final boss for the dungeon, so completed, I guess. Let's get out of here. Go away, you. Just had to be another rat, didn't there? There's always another rat. Oh man, I'm just... Yeah. I don't think there was anything else back here, was there? There is just this staircase area, but this goes down to, literally goes down to bedrock. There's nothing. Can you die? Yeah, well there you go guys. We killed our first tier 5 dragon that we accidentally found. With its underground lair merged into a Lycanite's dungeon. That was pretty crazy, didn't expect that. We got a ton of bronze scales now as well. Let's just turn that off. Yeah, and our very first tier 5 dungeon now we've, tier 5 dragon that we've killed. So that's pretty awesome. Put that up in the dragon's slain. And grab these out of here. So it was a bronze tier 5. So many scales as well, which is pretty awesome. Anyway, I'll organize the rest of my inventory later. Let's just stick these bones in here. But that's probably where we're going to leave this episode for today, guys. It's been a pretty fruitful episode. We've got some really cool baubles now. Probably the 2 most OP baubles in the entire pack. We have the Dragon's Eye and the Unk Shield. And now we have this Stone of the Sea as well. So shaping up pretty good. And between episodes, I'll be moving all the stuff over to the new base. I really like this area, and we'll be able to come back here for fishing and stuff like that. But I want to move over there because there is quite a lot more space compared to this area for stuff like, you know, if I'm going to have multiple armor stands on display and stuff like that. I kind of didn't have enough space for things like that here. And I want to make my own garden area instead of using the village gardens because I want to have it running all year round with the greenhouse glass and stuff like that as well. Maybe set up some other farms, things like that. Although farms aren't super necessary because you can just kill a whole bunch of animals to get the stuff that you need. But yeah, we'll leave it there for today. Thanks for watching, guys. I will catch you in the next one.